students, welcome to Detailed Chronicles by ABHIRAM IAS Academy. So, ee roju Detailed Chronicles lo bhaganga, let's discuss about the e-waste. E-waste is nothing but the electronic waste. So, e-waste is nothing but the electronic waste. Ante electronics nunchi వచ్చే waste. Clear? Enduku? Why we are discussing it today? Because there is a beautiful article about the e-waste in the Hindu newspaper. So the article is like, India's rising e-waste, the need to recast its management. Simply the management of the e-waste. Clear? So in this context, let's see what is an e-waste, what are the rules with regarding with this the management of the e-waste. Clear? Chalo, let's see. First, electronic waste ante enti? Normal ga any waste from the electronics. Clear? From the electronics, like your mobiles, laptops, refrigerators, clear, etc. Now what kind of waste we are talking about? We are talking about the solid waste. Clear? So example is here like lead waste, mercury waste. As these electronics are made up of these metals. Clear? And also like nickel waste. Now see, this e-waste is basically a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword అంటే ఏంటి? ఒకటి అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఉంది, ఒకటి డిసడ్వాంటేజ్ ఉంది. అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటి? సో అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటి అంటే లైక్ ఇట్ ఆల్సో కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ గోల్డ్, సిల్వర్, platinum, clear? Platinum, titanium. ఇవన్నీ ఏంటి? See, from e-waste itself, we are also able to get these metals. Okay? ఈ metals useful కదా? They are the precious metals. So recycle చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? We are able to make up this, అంటే we are able to take up these metals from the products. అవునా కదా? So one is useful, but at the other end, it is also creating harm. How? So components like lead, mercury, nickel, ఇవన్నీ harmful. అవునా కదా? They are harmful to the environment as they are releasing more amount of gases into the atmosphere. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? Global warming is occurring and then it is creating pollution and then it is leading to the climate change. Clear? So ఒకటేమో ఎకనామీని క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది, సర్క్యులర్ ఎకనామీని క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది విత్ రీయూసేజ్ and with recycling. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటి? ఇంకొకటేమో ఎకనామీని డ్యామేజ్ చేస్తుంది. So that is why the e-waste is considered as double-edged sword. Clear? ఇప్పుడు ఈ e-waste గురించి మాట్లాడదాం. So simply e-waste is nothing but discarded electrical and electronic equipment which is including the household appliances and also office devices like your smartphones, laptops, refrigerators, air conditioners, whatever. Clear? Which is made up of with metallic things which are thrown at their old age or at the end of their life. Now this e-waste consists of numerous toxic chemicals and metals including lead, cadmium, mercury and nickel. These are some of the metals which the electronic gadgets are made up of, and when they are burnt, so basically when they are burnt, appudu halons అనేవి atmosphere loki release avutunnayi. They are released into the atmosphere and creating harm. So many harmful gases and many halogens are released into the atmosphere when the e-waste is burnt or electronics are burnt, and therefore they are creating the global warming. Clear? So this is one of the most important topic for the prelims and also for the mains. Clear? So UPSC favorite topics eppudaina ilantivi paper lo unnappudu, or the article is given in PIB or in the secondary sources like this, like the newspapers, please collect the articles with you. Clear? Kachidanga mains lo aina adugutadu, prelims lo aina adugutadu. Clear? Now next, now let's talk about the facts. Clear? So digital growth and e-governance waste challenge. Basically, if we see, India is going for its Vikasit Bharat, where it is developing on the digital technology. So digital technology ekku avutunnappudu em avutundi, electronics usage ekku avutundi, electronics lifespan like 10 years 20 years tarvata em avutundi, tarvata we have to discard it, and the e-wastage, the wastage from these electronics are becoming more. Clear? So basically improper discarding అనేది ఉంది. Clear? దానికి ఎలాంటి మేనేజ్మెంట్ తీసుకొచ్చింది ఇండియా? Let's see. So basically, if we see, India is the third largest e-waste producer after China and United States. Clear? India. So according to the global e-waste monitoring report, global e-waste monitoring report, which is released by the ITU, that is the International Telecommunications Union, it has been said that India is ranking in third place after China and US. Done? So alongside with China, United States, Japan and Germany, and it is producing almost, so e-waste volumes in India surged by the 151.03% in 6 years, from 7 lakhs, approximately 7 lakhs metric tons in the year 2017-2018 to 17,000, approximately 18,000 metric tons. See, 7 lakhs nunchi approximately it has been increased to approximately 18 lakhs. Clear? 18 lakhs. 18 lakhs of metric tons, it has been increased in the year 2023-2024 with an annual increase of 1 lakh metric tons, approximately 2 lakhs ankondi, approximately 2 lakhs of metric tons. Year by year it is increasing, like it is becoming double. Clear? 2 lakhs metric tons per every year the e-waste has been generating. Done? So almost 7. Remember the statistics, you have to write in your mains the statistics. Clear? So approximately 7 lakhs nunchi from in the year 17, it has been increased to 18 lakhs in the year 2023. Clear? Almost double aindi, more than double. Done? See, now next you can see here the drastic increase from 2019 to 2023. See, the graph has been increased. There is a clear notice of the increase of the graph. So therefore the e-waste which we are using is accumulating. Clear? Next, let's see the components. What are the components generated through this waste? So basically the components are arsenic, where arsenic is found. The sources are semiconductors, microwaves, LEDs, solar cells, etc. And what it is causing? It is causing black food disease. This arsenic is causing black food disease. Clear? Where you can see the blackness to the feet in middle of your toes or in middle of your fingertips. Clear? Next, barium, which is found in the electronic tubes, fillers, plastic and rubber, lubricant additives. So this barium is causing neurodegenerative diseases, and also it is causing the lung diseases. When this barium is inhaled, it is causing neurodegenerative disorders, and also it is causing the lung diseases. Next is cadmium, which is found in batteries, pigments, solders, alloys, circuit boards, computer batteries. It is causing very known disease with respect to cadmium is Ittai disease. Ittai disease. Clear? So this cadmium, which is containing the carcinogenics, is causing cancer, and it also causes Ittai disease, and it also finally affects our kidneys and even bones. It will soften the bones. Next is cobalt, which is found in insulators. It is causing asthma. When this cobalt is inhaled, it is causing respiratory diseases like asthma. So arsenic, blackfoot disease, barium, which is which is causing lung diseases and neurodegenerative diseases, cadmium, Ittai disease, and is also causing the cancer. And further is cobalt, which is causing asthma in us. Next, further, the other components are lead, which is found in lead rechargeable batteries, solar transistors, lithium batteries, PVCs, etc. And now what it is making? This lead is storing in kidneys. It is reaching the kidneys, and it is causing chronic kidney diseases and neurodegenerative diseases. And mercury, which is found in components in copper machines, steam irons, batteries in clocks and pocket calculators, switches, LCDs, etc. And it is causing a very known disease, that is the Minamata disease. Minamata disease. Here, Minamata is a place in Japan. So, Minamata disease, which is affecting the central nervous system, kidneys, immune system, and causing the Minamata disease. And further, polychlorinated biphenyls, which is found in the transformers, capacitors, softening agents for paint, glue, plastic. What it is causing? It is causing cardiovascular diseases, neurobehavioral and immunological changes in the children. And further, last is the zinc. Zinc is very common, which you can see in your steel, brass, alloys, disposable and rechargeable batteries, luminous substances, etc. And what it is causing? And that if we are infusing the zinc, it is causing respiratory diseases and also metal fume fever. Clear? So we saw how this e-waste components are affecting us. Clear? So we have seen the arsenic, mercury, lead, zinc, and also lead, polychlorinated biphenyls, barium, cadmium, how they are affecting our body. Now further, let's see a case study related to China in China's district of Guyu. Clear? Guyu. So, Guyu in China is a major hub for the disposal of e-waste and is widely considered to be the largest e-waste disposable site in the world. We saw first place standing is China in the e-waste generation. Clear? Next is the US. Third is the India. So, for case study, if we take Guyu in China is the world's most e-waste generating city. Clear? Where tons of e-waste have been disposed in the streets of the state. Done? So, this Guyu receives shipments of e-waste both from the domestic sources and from other countries also. See here, they are getting both the advantages. One is, as the e-waste contains precious metals like gold, silver, titanium. Clear? They will collect that, and that is that is helpful in further economy. And next thing is, it is polluting the soil, it is polluting the environment. Clear? Water pollution, soil pollution, air pollution, whatnot. Everything is polluted because of these chemicals. Clear? Next, so according to UN report, e-waste in China, Guyu, suffered an environmental calamity as a result of the wide-scale e-waste disposable industry in that area. And there is like unregulated and improper recycling. Improper recycling where it is hazardous. Improper recycling which is hazardous to the environment. Clear? And it has been increased the pollution also in China regions. Here, this is one of the case study. Mention this case study or mention this example in your mains answer writing. It fetch you more marks. And further, if we see the recycling of e-waste, how do we do the recycling? Let's see. So, most of the India's e-waste is recycled by the unregularized or informal sector, and under hazardous conditions. Clear? There are no proper recycling protocol for this e-wastage. And a report by the Union Environmental Ministry in 2018 found that many of the Indians e-waste recyclers didn't have the capacity to handle a large quantity of the waste. And further, what the government has been done is like, we are creating India's first e-waste segregating, processing and disposal of waste from both the households and commercial units in Bhopal. Clear? Government has been set up like e-wastage generation processing unit in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So this is recycling of e-waste. Simply that is nothing but there is no particular protocol, and most of the e-waste recycling is done by the informal sector where it can't handle large amount of e-waste. Done. So it is also causing hazardous effects to the environment and to even us. And further, let's talk about the rules and regulations with regarding to the e-waste management. So first is the 2016 management rule of e-waste. What it is telling? So it has been introduced the provision of registration of some procedure it has been given, and that procedure, that procedure is taken care by the CPCB, that is the Central Pollution Control Board. Clear? And also it has been introduced an extended producer responsibility. It has been introduced the extended producer responsibility. What is this extended producer responsibility? That is EPR. So simply it is nothing but whoever is producing, or whoever is the importer, or whoever is the manufacturer has to collect the waste again, has to collect this e-waste again. So that is extended producer responsibility. That is whoever is producing or whoever is importing or whoever is manufacturing should at least collect the e-waste again. That is why if you see even plastic bottles also, or plastic anything, single usage plastics or plastic things, if you go to the shop, you can see, you can clearly see if you return the plastic bottles, we'll give you 1 rupee or 2 rupees. You know this? You can see in many parts of India, and also you can see Samsung has been provided this thing that whenever you give the old mobiles to these shops or Samsung, especially Samsung stores, they will give you some amount of compensation or money. Clear? So that is, you can see some examples of extended producer responsibility, and this was introduced in the year 2016 under e-waste management rules of 2016. And further, it has been said that this Central Pollution Control Board may conduct random sampling of electrical and electronic equipments placed in the market. Clear? Random sampling. And further, if any violation is there, it gives the penalties, and also penalties can be levied on the manufacturer, producer and importer, transporter, whoever it may be. Clear? Dismantler and whoever is recycling it also. Done. These are the rules under 2016. The important thing is, most important thing is, it has been introduced extended producer responsibility. We saw what is EPR. And now further here, CPCB can give penalties to them, whoever they are violating. Done? Next, let's see what is EPR. EPR, we saw EPR, extended producer responsibility. So this mandate gives the producers, importers and brand owners to manage the waste from their products end of the life. Just now we saw. So it holds them accountable for the entire product life cycle, promoting sustainable design and efficient waste management, as we saw. So let's see the cycle. So producers uses recycled materials to manufacture the products and market, and further they gives to the retailer sellers, and further consumers buys and uses the product, and from these consumers it is going to the waste. So therefore producer is responsible to collect, process, recycle and dispose of the packaging and the product. Clear? That is the EPR cycle. So basically the manufacturer is giving to the retail unit, retail unit is given to the customers, and from customers, it is the duty of the importers or producers or whoever the manufacturer, that is their responsibility to collect this waste from us. Done? And further, let's see the e-waste amendment rules of 2022. Now, what this 2022 amendment has given is that only the digitalization focus, as we're going everything digital, so it aims to fully digitalize the e-waste management process. That's it. So, digitalization of e-waste management process for better visibility and tracking. And further, the hazardous substances restriction. It is also restricting the use of hazardous substances like lead, mercury, cadmium in electrical and electronic equipments. Done? Now, so that is why lead have been replaced by the lithium batteries. Mostly now we are not using the usage of mercury in our electronics, and that is why you can see Samsung and others are introducing titanium based cell phones. Clear? That is why we have shifted to the, you can see from plastic we're moving to the metals, and that metals are also especially titanium metals. You can see your iPhones and Samsung is introducing titanium based based cell phones. Clear? That is the reason. And further, it is focusing on minimizing the adverse effects of the e-waste with related to the human health and environment. And therefore, it has been creating more transparency and accountability because it is digitalized. So obviously, it will be transparent. The procedure will be transparent, and it is also providing the accountability. And further, there is an waste management amendment rules of 2024 that is recent. Simply nothing much changed, but the amendment is the CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board, will set the price range for the extended producer responsibility certificates. It is simply giving EPR certificates where the compensation is maximum 100% and minimum level is 30% of the environmental compensation for non-compliances. Simply 2024 amendment has been given EPR tradable certificates where the compensation is, the maximum compensation is 100%, where the minimum compensation is at least 30%. Clear? And now, next, let's talk about the challenges in implementation. What are the challenges we are facing? The first challenge, mostly what we saw is informal sector dominance. What is this informal sector dominance? As just now we saw, the most of the e-wastage recycling is done by the informal sector, right? Where they are unable to handle high amounts of e-waste generation. Clear? Now, what is happening? Due to this mishandling of this e-waste, it is causing pollution, and therefore it is causing impact on the human health and environment. So first is due to lack of infrastructure or machinery, we are unable to properly recycle the e-waste. And next is the weak enforcement and monitoring. Do you really see they are monitoring the e-waste? Do the government authorities are monitoring the e-waste, and are they following these rules and regulations? No. Next is high cost of formal recycling. First is informal sector dominance. The most thing is because of less price. Here, the formal sector is making it more costly. See the differences you can see here. Informal sector, less price, but it is causing environmental pollution. Whereas, if we are using formal recycling, it is high cost. And next thing is consumer awareness. There is very less consumer awareness. Clear? Even we don't know the products which we are using, we have to submit at the stores. We don't know what is extended polluter responsible, extended producer responsible. We don't know that. Clear? We don't know the rules and regulation with respect to the e-waste, how to handle them. No one knows. Clear? No one knows in the sense majority of the people doesn't know. Now, as we saw the challenges, it is our duty to give some of the solutions also. The first solution is overseeing the regulations, strengthening the regulatory oversight. What does it mean? Proper rules. We have to see the government has to take proper measures. It has to take care of all its rules. Clear? And next is the digital tracking. If we see in 2022 amendment rules, you can see digitalized. It is digitalized for transparency, to increase transparency and accountability. And it has to be properly tracked, and further is incentivizing the formal sector. If formal sector is very low, what happens? Very low price, then everyone will go through it and it will be segregated. Clear? And next is public awareness campaigns. Awareness should be given. And the last one is global collaboration. What is global collaboration? Simply just to collaborate with the other countries and know how this e-waste management is being done in the other countries. Clear? So be careful when you are throwing your e-waste. Just be careful, because you're also inducing the environmental, that is, you're causing the environmental pollution and you're harming the environment. So proper handling of e-wastage is needed. Clear? So this is all about the e-waste management. A question can be asked in prelims or mains. So please, if this type of articles are there in the paper, please preserve the paper or cut that article, or if it is a digital copy, take a screenshot and create a folder and make sure that you will be ready to write an answer. Clear? Thank you. Have a nice day.